Hi students, now you have the fifth lesson, that is a working of institutions. And the introductory part of this lesson start with how a major policy decision is taken by our government. That is, in this chapter we have to deals with we have to going to discuss with the who are the major policy or decision makers in our country. And this first topic, that is a government order. On 13th August 1990, the government of India passed an order or issued an order that is known as the Office Memorandum. And under this order, an important decision was taken. That is, 27% of seats are reserved for SCBC category, that is socially, educationally backward classes. 27% of seats for under the government services. We know that under governments, different services, different job vacancies we have, and 27% of reservation in the category of jobs under government of India. And usually we know that till scheduled caste and scheduled tribe SC and ST people are the reservation category, and now it's a third category, that is SCBC, socially and educationally backward classes. They also wanted reservation in jobs or under government services, and this office memorandum was the official government order discussed this reservation problem in India. Next we move on. Next topic, that is a decision makers. Who are the major decision makers in our country? And you know that our head of the state, that is the president of India. Who's the president of India? That you know. I think everybody know. And the first one, the president is the head of the state and is the highest formal authority of the country. And the next one, that is a prime minister, is the head of the parliament and actually exercise all the governmental powers, and he takes the major decision in cabinet meetings. And the third one, that is a parliament. Parliament consists of the president and the two houses, that is a Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. And the prime minister must have the support of the members of Lok Sabha. And these are the major policy decision takers or makers in our country. Under this office memorandum, we discussed that 27% of reservation, isn't it? That is 27% of reservation for SCBC category. This office memorandum was the culmination of lot of events, and the government of India appointed a second backward class commission in the year 1979, and the commission, it was headed by Sir B.P. Mandal. So the commission it was popularly known as the Mandal Commission, and many of the recommendations put forward by this Mandal Commission, and the government appointed this commission to find out what are the criteria for the backwardness of this socially and educationally backward classes, and what are the steps have to taken for the improvement of their condition. And one of the important recommendation, that is 27% of reservation for SCBC category for government services or for the job opportunities. And many of the parties and many of the governments came into existence. They were nobody have to implement any steps regarding this Mandal Commission. And at last, several governments and several parties came into existence, but nobody can't implement any of the recommendation of Sir B.P. Mandal. And at last, in the year 1989 Lok Sabha election, the Janata Party promised the people to try to implement the major steps or major recommendation of Sir B.P. Mandal. And at last, the 1989 election, Janata Party won in election. Sir V.P. Singh became the prime minister. So he implemented some of the steps, or he implemented some of the criteria or some of the recommendations of Sir B.P. Mandal. What are the steps that were implemented by VP Singh? We discussed that VP Singh implement or try to implement some of the criteria or recommendations put forward by Sir Mandal Commission. And what are the advancements during the time period of VP Singh, Prime Minister VP Singh? Okay, now under this first point, the President of India, in his address of Parliament, announced the intention of the government to implement the recommendation of Sir Mandal Commission. And the second point, on 6th August 1990, the Union Cabinet Ministers or Cabinet formal decisions were taken regarding the Mandal Commission. And the third steps or third point, the next day the Prime Minister VP Singh, in his address on Parliament, he announced the major criteria or intention of the Mandal Commission, both the houses of the Parliament. And the last point, the decision of the Cabinet was sent to the Department of Personnel and Training. And the senior officers of the department drafted an order lined with Cabinet decisions. And now it's give a bond to the reservation to SCBC category. And next we have to discuss what are the after implementation or after discussion of this topic recommendation on both the houses of the Parliament, what are things were happening in our country. And after this, this became a most hotly debated in newspapers, TVs and journals. After the implementation, after the discussion of the major recommendation of Mandal Commission, the newspapers and magazines have different opinions regarding the Mandal Commissions, and it led to widespread protest and anti-protest among the people regarding the recommendation of the Mandal Commissions. And some of the people, they felt that it affected thousands of job opportunities. The another group that felt that it creates a caste feeling among the people, and some of them they felt that it created an unfair practices among the people. So at last there were widespread disputes among the people regarding the recommendation or implementation of recommendation of the Mandal Commission. And if any disputes happened in our country, who will solve all this problem? We know that the supreme authority of our country is Supreme Court, and both the court, that is the High Court and Supreme Court, resolve or solve all these type of issues in our country. And next we move on the political institution or working institutions of our country. The next topic, that is need for political institutions. Here we discussing the major orders or decision making of our government. For governing our country, it involves various activities. We know that our government is responsible for security of the citizens, and government provides various services in the field of education and health, and government implement a lot of developmental projects and policies for the welfare of the people. All such activities require various institutions. In India, we have lot of political institutions to undertake different subjects. And this the first one, the Prime Minister and the cabinet institutions that take major policy decisions in our country. And the second one, the civil servants working together are responsible for taking steps to implement the minister's decisions. And the third one, Supreme Court is institutions where disputes between the citizens and the government are finally settled. These are the various institutions. And this is the first institution we have to discuss. Next we have to discuss, that is a parliament. The next topic, that is parliament, or why do we need parliament? We know that in a democratic form of country, in the National Assembly, we have elected representative on behalf of the people. The elected representative will have the supreme power, and they perform different function on behalf of the people. And in India, the National Assembly, the elected representative would be called, it is in a parliament. The parliament perform different functions. Parliament is the final authority of lawmaking of our country. It makes new laws and change the existing laws and make or abolish the existing laws. And the second one, the parliament is all over the country, control the ruling party or ruling government. And those who exercise control over the country, the parliament has the right to control them. And the third one, we know that public money the government spend a lot of money for the welfare of the people. All the control of the public money is under the control of parliament.